Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. Now, it's Friday. So instead of talking about books, I actually want to talk about an author today. And the author I want to talk about is Jane Austen. Now, personally, I think she is right up there with the greatest writers. I know some people don't agree with that, but she only did 6 novels. She was gone by the age of 41, and they are still in print. They're still on school curriculums, and of course they're still doing films and TV shows with her books. I think she was a great writer, and she certainly understood human nature. I don't know what you think, but I really do think that she is right up there with the best. She only did, at the 6 novels, Northanger Abbey and Persuasion were actually published after her death, but they're so well known. Sense and Sensibility, Emma, and of course Pride and Prejudice. And I would say probably Pride and Prejudice might be her masterpiece. I think it's certainly the most loved of her books. Oh, and I've forgotten Mansfield Park. She did Mansfield Park as well. So 6 books at the time she was writing. When you think she was, what was it, in the 1700s, the only option for a female back then was to marry. And she never married, and she was writing. And a lot of female writers back then, they actually had to publish under male names just to get published. But her work has survived, definitely survived. And I mean, Pride and Prejudice, I'm trying to think. There was a film back in 2000 and what was it? It was the one with Keira Knightley in it. She played Elizabeth Bennet. And then of course there was the very famous series in 1996 with Colin Firth as Darcy. And see, this is the other thing too. The characters in that book are so well known. Elizabeth Bennet and Darcy, Mr. Darcy. And people still talk about these books today. And I do think, and this is just a personal opinion, I have tried to read Charles Dickens, and I just can't read it. And I think maybe because part of it is when he was writing, it was done as a serial thing. It was put in papers and you read it instantly. But I've tried a few of his books and I can't read them. I can read Jane Austen. And I know a lot of people complain that she didn't write about what was happening at the time because there apparently were wars and such going on. But that wasn't what her work was about. To me, and I know there was the romance with a lot of her books, but it was also a critique of the way life was lived those days in the upper classes. And I think Jane herself, I think she was probably middle class. I could be wrong, but I think she was middle class. But you read any of her books, she certainly understands human nature. And it comes out in all these books. And as I said, the actual writing, I think she was a good writer. In a way that I don't think Agatha Christie was. I think Agatha Christie, she came up with great ideas, but the actual writing wasn't that good. Whereas with Jane Austen, definitely good writing. So what do you think? Do you accept that she is one of the greatest writers? I know she has been dismissed because She wrote about manners and she wrote about such things. But I think her work would not still be as popular today if it wasn't that good. So let me know what you think. As I said, I personally think Jane Austen is one of the greatest writers. What do you think? Leave me a comment and let me know. Okay, enjoy your weekend and I'll be back on Monday. Bye.